On this episode of American Ninja Warrior, the qualifying rounds continue. Nearly 100 new competitors will have a chance to face a punishing obstacle course over 300 feet long and 3 stories tall. They're all battling for the same thing: a trip to Japan to face off against the world's most difficult obstacle course, Mount Midoriyama. It all happens now.
Japan's ultimate test of speed, strength, and stamina has finally come to America. Now the nation's toughest athletes battle in a series of grueling physical challenges. Only 10 will survive and head to Japan to face the legendary Mount Midoriyama. Who has what it takes to become the first American Ninja Warrior?
Los Angeles, California. Day 2 of the qualifying round, and hundreds of eager challengers are ready for their chance at glory. But the competition is fierce. Only 30 athletes will advance to the semifinal round.
Hey everybody, I'm Alison Haislip.
And I am Blair Herter. Welcome back, my friends, to G4's American Ninja Warrior.
Last time, only 8 challengers were able to complete the course, including MMA fighter Jason Mayhem Miller.
The wall is really hard.
But these guys aren't in the clear yet. With more than 150 competitors still ahead, will their times be fast enough to keep them in the running? It's a long road to total victory.
So let the search for an American Ninja Warrior continue. First up, Kevin Zeef. His handmade costume looks less like a Ninja Warrior and more like a rejected villain from a Batman movie. The worst Batman movie. Onto the rope swing. Nice swing. Nice landing, kinda. Onto the spider wall. Oh, slips up a bit, but catches himself. Great feet placement. You can see the traction on his shoes. 20 seconds blazing through this course, already at the pipe slider. Oh! One mistake equals water. Our next competitor is gymnastics coach Lizana Haskins. Lizana's been doing gymnastics for 15 years, but does she have the strength to become the first woman to complete this course? Using a 2-feet technique, and it works, no problems on the quintuple step. Onto the rope swing. This requires a lot of upper body strength. And makes it onto the platform. Cruising over the rolling barrel onto the spider wall. She's now gone farther than any other female competitor. Can she survive? Looks like she's got great traction on her shoes and her hands. Nice steady pace.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely indeed. And she makes it through onto the pipe slider. Remember, a tremendous amount of upper body strength required for this obstacle. Let's see if she has it. Looks like she's getting a little twisted up. Oh, and she slips. Thankfully, this gymnast is used to tumbling. Next up, from Kennesaw, Georgia, National Guard Communications Officer Ryan Stratus.
Now you got to watch the first group go. Have you picked up any tips from them?
Yes, the rope, make sure to grab low, because if they're grabbing too high, they're not going to have enough leg room to come down. And the pipe slider, make sure they're keeping their arms at 90 degrees, because a lot of them are staying real loose, and that's causing them to
Drop in that water.
Get knocked right off.
Ryan moving through the quintuple steps with military precision onto the rope swing, not taking any time there to reset, and completes the obstacle onto the spider wall.
Go Georgia!
Blazing through this course. Remember, the time to beat 1 minute and 24 seconds. At this pace, Ryan will shatter that. Moving on to the pipe slider.
You're fine.
Having a little bit of an issue getting his momentum going here. Approaching the first drop, completes that. Onto the second drop. No problems there as well. Ryan, a big guy requiring a lot of upper body strength to move himself forward. 1 hand, 2 hands down. Both feet on the platform, approaching the warped wall at 48 seconds. First attempt, can he make it? Oh, just misses it. Slides down, recapturing his breath for a second attempt. Here he comes, nice speed. Doesn't quite make it up. Remember, the contestants only get 5 attempts before they're disqualified. Here is attempt number 3. 1 hand, 2 hands up. Pulling himself up to the buzzer, and he does it at 1 minute and 13 seconds. The new fastest time, Ryan Stratus makes it to the leaderboard.
On you, man.
Our next competitor is 26-year-old Brian Kretsch. Brian hoping to add his name to the leaderboard alongside his good friend Ryan. Now, Brian has been training on some homemade ninja obstacles, so he might have an advantage here. So far, having no problems. Nice momentum, stretching out at 6'4". He's got a huge advantage on some of these obstacles. Onto the spider wall, not gonna have any problems with this. Not at that height. Into the pipe slider, taking time to catch his breath. Using an alternate grip here, something that the Japanese All-Stars use at Mount Midoriyama. 38 seconds. Remember, the time to beat 1 minute and 13 seconds. Only 9 competitors have made it so far. Will Brian be the 10th? Heading to the warp wall at 48 seconds. His height, definitely an advantage on this obstacle. Let's see if it helps him out. Sprints up, 1 hand up, 2 hands up. Just has to pull himself forward a couple of feet to hit that buzzer, and he does at 1 minute. Ryan Kretsch sets the new course record.
Now, as it stands, you still currently have the fastest time at 1 minute.
Yeah.
But you have 1 minute 13 seconds or something like that.
Roger. I'll be catching them come the semifinals if we get there.
Coming up, more challengers strive for glory. Who will be adding their name to the top 30 leaderboard, and who will be left sopping wet and out of luck? Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior. I am Blair Herter.
And I'm Alison Haislip. So far, over 100 athletes have faced the course. We just watched as Brian Kretsch demolished it with a record-setting time of 60 seconds. After his run, 4 more challengers followed in his footsteps, adding their names to the leaderboard. But for every blazing finish, there have been plenty of bitter defeats, with both the spider wall and pipe slider continuing to claim new victims. Who else will have what it takes to overcome these obstacles and earn a spot in the semifinals?
So let's head back to the starting line for the next attempt. Here's 22-year-old Matt Asanuma. Now, Matt says he's half Japanese, so ninja blood runs through his veins. Or at least half his veins? Nice solid grip, nice launch, great momentum, perfect dismount, plowing over the rolling barrel onto the spider wall. 14 seconds, look at him go. Pushing forward. These guys are really gonna have to step up their game if they're gonna get on that leaderboard. Matt pushing through the pipe slider, hits the first drop nicely. Really has a lot of momentum going here, helps in this obstacle. Also, Matt trains by doing pull-ups every day. This is his obstacle. With 37 seconds, Matt reaches the warped wall, gathering his breath for takeoff number 1. See how he does. Oh, a little bit of a slip there. Back resets, number 2. This is the most difficult obstacle on the course, but a half ninja should be able to do this. 1 hand up, 2 hands up, all he needs to do is pull himself up, and he does! Matt, with a time of 59 seconds, puts himself on the board. Next up from Colorado Springs, Colorado, Chris Christensen. Chris just coasting through the quintuple steps, no problems there. Those long legs really helped him out on that. Nice launch on the rope swing, great dismount. Chris really determined to put his name on the leaderboard here, onto the spider wall. Oh, a little bit of a slip there. We could see some, and he catches himself. Chris finally starting to move forward a little bit, using a little technique we like to call survival. A little high up there. Feet seem to be slipping again. Can he collect a couple more feet, and he said, oh! With a resounding splash, the spider wall has taken out another competitor.
Right, how you feeling, man?
Terrible. My shoes wouldn't stick. I had to pull them up like 6 times, but in the end, my arms lost the strength to keep pulling my feet up.
37-year-old designer Rick Welga is at the starting platform. Now, Rick's a little older than most of the other competitors, but he's not worried. He says he does a lot of core training and he feels like he's in great shape. Having no problem with the quintuple step, moving on to the rope swing. Nice solid grip, taking his time here. Don't want to make a mistake on the rope swing. Great swing, even better dismount. Just charging over the rolling barrel, moving on to the spider wall. Rick really taking his time here, making sure that he doesn't make any mistakes. Nice momentum coming up here. And makes it through no problem onto the pipe slider. Rick really seems to be taking his time on this course, and while it is allowing him the opportunity to not make mistakes, keep in mind that time is definitely going to become a factor here. Rick using a different technique, actually jumping with the bar, crushes the pipe slider, really made up some time on that. Coming up to the warped wall at 50 seconds. Taking his time to attempt number 1. Gets one hand up, 2 hands up. Unbelievable. Rick hits the buzzer at 58 seconds. A new course record. He is now on the leaderboard. Next up, Shane Daniels. Shane's giving a shout out to his family who came out to support him today. For the past 3 years, Shane's been doing both parkour and free running, which should really give him the edge on a course like this. Onto the rope swing. Leans forward, a different technique. A little bit of a bad landing, but collects himself nicely. Approaching the spider wall. Great extension. Look at the traction on those feet. Having no problems with this obstacle whatsoever. Hitting the pipe slider at 20 seconds. Shane blazing through this course. Remember, the fastest time so far, 58 seconds. Shane a little hung up on the pipe slider. Regains his composure. One more drop to go. Couple more feet. And 1 foot, 2 feet down. Shane approaching the warp wall for the first time, taking no time to reset. Slips up a little bit, may have cost him there. Resetting for attempt number 2. And he gets both hands up. Shane Daniels hitting the buzzer, new course record, 51 seconds. Coming up, the man known as Blackie Chan leaps into action. And get ready for Ninja Lawyer, who has what it takes to reach the semifinals and beyond.
Alison Haislip.
And I'm Blair Herter. Welcome back to American Ninja Warrior.
We've just watched as Matt Asanuma, Rick Welga, and Shane Daniels finished in under a minute. They were followed by 9 more impressive athletes. 4 more slots remain. And with the 30 fastest times advancing to the semifinal round, every second counts. So let's get back to the action.
Deputy District Attorney Jeff Ida is next. This felony prosecutor from Marin County, California can win cases with one hand behind his back. He works out daily, focusing on pull-ups, flexibility, and climbing. Jeff's about to face the trial of the century. He might be a powerhouse in court, but how will this lawyer perform on the course? Jeff having no issues with the quintuple step. Onto the rope swing. A little bit lower grip than we've seen so far, but he makes it through no problem. Over the rolling barrel. Onto the spider wall, not taking any time to reset. Little slip, but he caught himself. Charging through this. Onto the pipe slider. Approaching the first drop. Jeff does a lot of upper body training, so that should help him in this obstacle, and he seems to be having no problem with it whatsoever. Onto the warped wall at 32 seconds. Jeff's first attempt. Oh, couldn't quite get high enough. Resetting for attempt number 2. Gets both hands up. All he needs to do is hit the buzzer, and he does. Jeff crosses at 46 seconds. Next up from Colorado Springs is Rousselis Perry, aka Blackie Chan. Rousselis has been studying martial arts for 20 years, and he's demonstrating incredible agility here, crushing the quintuple steps. Onto the rope swing. Nice launch, great swing. A little bit of a stumble there, but he recovers nicely. Onto the spider wall. We have 26 challengers on the leaderboard, so time is going to be a factor. Every second counts, and he is making the most of this. Onto the pipe slider. Has no trouble with the first drop. Onto the second. Rousselis slowing down here. Just has to make it a couple more feet, and he does. Having a little fun with the crowd. Approaching the warped wall, his first attempt. And it's a good one, both hands up. 47 seconds, Rousselis Perry has added his name to the leaderboard. All the way from Sarasota, Florida, Sean Morris is next to face the course.
You flew from Florida to come here for this.
Oh yeah, I had a radio station help me out, and here I am.
You didn't come out here on your own dime, so if you don't make this course, they're going to destroy you on the radio for months to come.
I can't wait.
Sean does parkour. He's also a free diver, a skateboarder, a snowboarder, a cave diver, a cliff diver. The list just keeps going and going. So he should have no trouble defeating this course. Whoa, not the best landing, but he recovers nicely, hitting the spider wall. Blazing through this, only took him 4 or 5 launches there. Onto the pipe slider. Sean constantly checking his hand placement, doesn't want to make a simple mistake here. Down to the last drop. And he's on his way to the warped wall, his first attempt. Not successful. Time for attempt number 2. And he gets both hands up and hits the buzzer with a run of 45 seconds. Sean has set yet another record and is in the running for the semifinals. Next up, stuntman and average freerunner Gabe Nunez. Now, Gabe has a black belt in Taekwondo, so we'll see if those skills will help him on this obstacle course. Approaching the quintuple steps, having no problem with those, the competitors really got that obstacle down. Onto the rope swing. Nice firm grip, nice launch. Perfect dismount. Blazing through the spider wall, 12 seconds. Great traction, flying through this obstacle. Look at him, he's almost horizontal. Remember, we have 29 people on the leaderboard. If Gabe makes it, he'll be the 30th one, and the leaderboard will be full. And then, it's not about staying dry, it's about time. Getting a little caught up here, losing a lot of that time that he got at the beginning. Gabe really having a difficult time finding the momentum. Brute strength, the only thing holding him up. Onto the warped wall. Really got to hit this on the first try if he's going to keep that time. And he does! Gabe hits the buzzer at 45 6/10 of a second, placing right behind Sean Morris. And the leaderboard is now full with 30 competitors.
How do you feel after you finish this?
I had a blast. That pole was hard to work with.
Seems like you were frustrated up there.
Yeah, I just couldn't understand the technique, so I was a little lost up there for a second.
Coming up, the leaderboard is full, but the competition is far from over. Will experienced Ninja Warrior vet Brian Orozco beat the clock and earn a spot in the semifinals? Welcome back again to American Ninja Warrior. So far, nearly 200 challengers have faced the punishing course, and most were no match for the brutal obstacles. However, not everyone ended up drenched and defeated. 30 incredible athletes survived and added their names to the leaderboard. Now, the only way to earn a spot in the semifinals is to complete the course fast enough to knock somebody else out. At this point, our fastest time is 45 seconds, and the slowest, 2 minutes and 55 seconds, was posted by MMA fighter Jason Mayhem Miller. Let's get back to the competition.
Up next, a familiar face to Ninja Warrior fans, Brian Orozco. Brian Orozco, our last athlete of the day, is no stranger to the challenges of Ninja Warrior. He's battled his way to Mount Midoriyama twice before to face the legendary course. There, he advanced to the second stage before being bested by the dreaded salmon ladder. Will Brian's experience help him earn his third trip to Japan?
What brought you back for more this year?
I can't give it up.
Ever?
It's my drug. I love these things, man. Obstacle courses are awesome.
If Brian posts a time under 45 seconds, he will have the fastest time of the day. Flying through the quintuple steps. I don't think he hit the third one. Onto the rope swing. Not quite the best dismount, but recovers nicely. Onto the spider wall. Remember, the leaderboard is full, so Brian's time definitely a factor. He needs to complete this in under 2 minutes and 55 seconds in order to bump out MMA fighter Jason Mayhem Miller. Having no problems with the first drop on the pipe slider. Centering himself. Really pushing forward, trying to gain momentum. Approaching the warped wall at 36 seconds. Again, the time to beat 2:55. I think he might do it. Hits the warped wall on his first attempt. And he's done it! Brian Orozco just nailed the fastest run so far and easily bumped MMA fighter Jason Mayhem Miller right off the leaderboard.
Some pretty impressive times have been posted.
Yeah, absolutely. Clearly, staying dry, not going to be enough to move on.
With a blazing fast time of 44 seconds, Brian Orozco has secured the #1 slot on the leaderboard. Behind him by mere seconds, Sean Morris, Gabe Nunez, Jeff Ida, and Ruselis Perry. With the 30 fastest advancing to the semifinals, finishers with the slowest times are now in danger of being bumped off the leaderboard. Sitting at number 30 is the first person to clear the course yesterday, Daniel Devane, with a time of 1 minute and 52 seconds. These finishers will be sweating it as the final group of competitors step up to the platform. Among them, some of the most experienced athletes yet to take on the course, including Ninja Warrior veteran Levi Meeuwenburg. So stay tuned for more seasoned athletes, more crushed dreams, and more American Ninja Warrior.